So just to introduce myself, I'm Shane Castle. I'm the managing director of our AI practice at Centrilogic. Centrilogic is a North American company specializing in Azure managed services. We've been a Microsoft partner for a very long time. And my team in particular is focused on delivering agentic solutions with the Microsoft platform. So a bit about what I'm going to talk about here today, talking about how we're scaling AI with our customers. How are we delivering actual solutions? The process that we use, we have a proven process that we walk through step by step. Talk about our AI factory model and a couple real-world customer solutions, and then I'll end with a demo of a multi-agent solution, a voice-based multi-agent solution. So building out AI solutions, you may have been in the POC stage. You may be somewhere along your journey bringing on AI, and we see typically there are common questions that enterprise customers encounter, and this is really number one is finding people that are able to do it. And so we've built up a team of practitioners who live and breathe on the Microsoft AI Foundry platform. So we're talking about Microsoft Foundry. We're talking about the Microsoft Agent framework, Copilot Studio, and bringing all those together. Having the agent is excellent, building that agent, but it needs to connect to data. So here we're talking about Fabric IQ, Foundry IQ, all surfacing up the knowledge that the agents need to get their job done. And lastly, governance and scale. The demo I'll be showing at the end is an example of agents that are using the Agents 365 for the governance plane. It's very important to make sure that we keep track of what these agents are doing, the digital workforce, as we build that up, that the digital workforce is governed. So our steps, so first thing we want to do is look at use cases. There's often a lot of ideas on where to start, which use cases make sense, and the number one thing for us is trying to get a measure of ROI. Understanding what is the ROI of each use case, stacking those together, and then starting with something that is the most likely to succeed and the most likely to bring real value to the business. Then we move into our pilot program phase where we build a small solution, typically laying out the foundation at this stage for future agentic options as well. So we're building up a catalog of agents as we go. Then we create the agent factory. And the idea of the agent factory is really taking all these use cases as raw materials and through a repeatable process, building agents that solve those business problems going forward. And then lastly, Centrilogic, we offer a managed service on that, on those solutions that we build. And so that in day two and down the road, we continue to maintain those solutions on your behalf as an option. So how does this work? We have the AI foundation. In that pilot, we're talking about building this up, getting to know what the current business process is, getting connections and connectors that was mentioned into existing applications. This could be things like into Dynamics 365 or into Salesforce, into custom applications running in any environment, and building those connectors into Foundry. And there's also connections into Power Platform. Power Platform has hundreds of connectors, and we're able to consume those with Copilot Studio. Next is getting into that factory model. So once we're out of the launch stage, we really want to get into that factory model where we're producing agents on a regular basis. And as you build your digital workforce, you'll see the org chart often starts to mirror the human org chart. And as the slide brought up earlier, as we bring agents into the workforce, they're taking on these tasks, and finding out the tasks where humans are best fit and where agents are best fit is something that we handle in this stage 3 and 4 factory as we build out continuous agents. And then lastly, in the scaling, as the knowledge bases are brought up to date, and this is where connecting with things like Agents 365, knowing roles and responsibilities for agents in the workforce, what systems do they have access to? How is that being governed? How are the interactions governed? Surfacing that up through Teams or M365 Copilot, so that as people are interacting, getting their workflows done, a human team may be interacting in Teams and then have a chat with the agent. The agent will do some work and then respond in that Teams channel saying, okay, this document's ready. These kind of processes are ready. And so that's kind of what we see going forward. And we're happy to join in at any stage on this journey of wherever you are and help you move faster through building out your agents. So what are some of the steps involved in the factory? So again, we're looking for a repeatable framework, and we find that this process here, is a repeatable process where we're starting with defining the use cases. What business value are we trying to deliver? Understanding what that is, architecting and designing a solution, training that data, training the model, getting the connections in place, doing some testing, deploying, and then continuing this loop. Now, this is the familiar DevOps loop, where agents at the end of the day are software, so it's an extension of the software development model that's been around for a while, but really adding that intelligence into the loop. And secondly, the tools we've used to do this have also improved. We're using GitHub Copilot Agent, for example, as part of the delivery here, generating documentation, generating unit tests, generating architectural diagrams. So not only is the solution that we're building new in the agentic solution, but the way that we build it is also new, using the AI tools to build AI solutions. So here I want to talk about one use case we had with a provincial government here in Canada. And we did a full evaluation of their system, and it was decided that they were going to re-implement the student loan system, which was running on an IBM mainframe. And we said, okay, we're going to build this up from scratch in an Azure native cloud architected solution. Historically, migrating COBOL applications has been the financial burden of it has made it not worthwhile. Everyone's wanted to replace the mainframe, but it's never been practical just because of the effort and the risk. AI has changed the game in this case, and this is a real-world example where we have delivered this. Using AI, we're able to take the COBOL code, the thousands of lines of COBOL code, and use the AI to understand what's going on in that code and create documentation. And creating that documentation, leading all the way, reversing out the business function and the business requirements from the COBOL code through an iterative process with the assistance of the AI Foundry tools and GitHub Copilot. And that was really a game changer, because now we can review what the code, because the code was poorly documented. Many of the original team that were involved with implementing that have long retired and are no longer available. And so with that, we were able to extract functional requirements and validate that with the business, with the provincial government, of what the requirements are today. And using that and GitHub Copilot, we were able to implement a new solution. Second, and so we delivered that solution on Databricks, and that's going live. And that was so successful that now the province is looking at their other mainframe systems and may become the first province to not have any legacy mainframe applications whatsoever. So this is a pretty exciting project, and the learnings here apply not just to COBOL. You may have VB6 applications. You may have older ASP.NET applications that are 10, 15, 20 years old at this point, using the same tools and technology. COBOL is the trickiest one. Other languages are easier to bring forward, but the process is repeatable, it's understood, and we have examples of getting this done. Second, and this is a net new application, and this I will be demoing the framework in just a moment. This solution is a voice-based chatbot and a call summarization agent, particularly focused around call centers. It's for a U.S. company, and what we're doing is they have on average a 10-minute support call. And in a 10-minute support call, the first 2 minutes are often about authentication, just getting the user's information, questions about your SSN and that kind of thing, just to get to the point where to talk about what's going on. So we're able to save 20% of every call. And then at the end of the call, the rep on the phone has to summarize the call and pick a reason code from one of 200 reason codes for the call. Sorry, my timing's here. So what we're able to do is use AI to do the transcription of the call and create the summary notes in their call system and assign a reason code to that. And again, saving 3 to 4 minutes at the end of the call. So it's like a 30 to 40% savings per call, and they're running tens of thousands of calls per month in this particular client. And so at this point, I am going to stop sharing for a moment. No, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. And I am going to share my screen again with sound. And I'm going to do a live demo here at this point. But before I do the demo, I want to prove that this is not a pre-recorded call. So if anyone, I need the name of a city. If you can give me the name of any city, and also the name of your favorite kind of car. And the reason for this is, so if you could type that in the chat, just give me some city names and give me a make of vehicle. The demo I'm going to show you is a multi-agent solution. We've got Boston. Okay, so Boston's one of our contenders. So the Chattanooga, Chicago, Mississauga. Okay, perfect. I'll pick one at random when we go. So what this call is going to be is I call in, and it's a multi-agent solution. So the first agent answers the call and is an intent agent. So it's saying, how can I direct your call? Also handles the authorization. So it's going to ask for my SSN. Okay, thank you for the options. So I'm going to go with Boston and the Lincoln Navigator for a car or a Super. Okay. Yeah, so the first agent is going to do that authentication piece and then hand it off to a second voice agent. And there are multiple agents. So there's a policy agent and there's a claims agent. So I'm going to start that demo now, and it's just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go with, let's say, Chicago and the Lincoln Navigator, just to show what's going on here. And I'm using a voice IP system here. Let me share my screen with the sound. I am. Okay. All right. So I'm going to place the call here, and let me know if you can hear this.
Hi there, from XYZ Insurance. What can I help you with today?
Hi, I'd like to file a claim.
I'd be happy to assist you in filing a claim. To get started, I'll need to verify your identity for security purposes. Could you please provide me with the following details? 1. Your full legal name. 2. Your 5-digit zip code or the last 4 digits of a key identifier like SSN, policy number, claim number, or phone number.
My name is Alice Brown. My SSN is 1234.
Thank you, Alice Brown. Last 4 digits, 1234. Let me verify this for you. One moment, please. Thanks, Alice Brown. You're verified. I'll connect you to a claim specialist to file your claim now. Sound good?
Yes.
Hi, Alice Brown. This is the claim specialist agent. I understand you're calling about a new claim. How can I help you further?
I've been in a car accident.
Understood. I'm sorry to hear that, Alice. Let's get this sorted out. Could you briefly describe what happened?
I was driving in Boston, and I got in a 10-car pileup.
Got it, Alice. Boston, a multi-vehicle accident involving 10 cars. Were you driving your own vehicle or someone else's?
That was my vehicle.
Understood. Could you share the make, model, and year of your vehicle involved in the incident?
I was a 2020 Lincoln Navigator.
Got it. A 2020 Lincoln Navigator. When did the accident happen? Date and time, if you recall.
It was Monday at 9 a.m.
Thanks for that. Could you provide the specific location, street, or intersection where the accident occurred in Boston?
Downtown.
Thanks for sharing, Alice. Downtown Boston. Understood. Was your vehicle drivable after the accident, or did it need towing?
No, it needed to be towed.
Understood. Your vehicle was not drivable and required towing. Were there any passengers in your vehicle at the time?
Just my dog.
Got it. Just your dog in the vehicle. Were there any injuries involved, either to you or anyone else?
No, I'm fine.
Glad to hear that no one was injured. Lastly, what was the purpose of your trip? Work, personal, or something else?
Personal.
Thank you, Alice. To summarize, you were driving your 2020 Lincoln Navigator in downtown Boston on Monday at 9 a.m. It was a 10-car pileup. Your vehicle required towing, no passengers except your dog, and no injuries. The trip was personal. Is everything correct?
Yes, it is.
Your claim has been successfully filed, Alice. The ID for your claim is CLA 2026V64LBE. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nope, that's everything. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to end the demo there. And so what that was an example of is a multi-agent system. And so we're drawing from the source systems to verify, and then we're also connecting into the policy system to get policy information, and lastly took action and filed the claim and actually got a real claim number at the end. Now this is a demo, so that's not an actual claim number, but this system we're putting into production, and it's an example of the power of call center agents on the Foundry platform. So I'll just share my last couple slides here. So if you have your phone, if you want to take a quick snap, you can contact us here. If that demo was interesting to you and you'd like to hear that demo again or engage with us in any way, please give me a shout directly. I'd be happy to talk to you about the technology driving that. This is all Microsoft stack. It's a combination of Foundry, Azure Communication Services, Cosmos DB, connectors into the actual business applications. And the uses for this are we're just scratching the surface, and the amount of change that we're able to do, the productivity increases is quite phenomenal. So thank you very much.